Good evening. I'm Patrick Schmitz, President and CEO of the Bert Nash Community Mental Health Center. I hope you're joining us in the comfort of your home and enjoying the delicious food from Maselli's. We are grateful for Maselli's Catering and their continued support. A special thank you to the Cider Gallery for allowing us to utilize their space for this evening's event. Before we begin, we'd like to know who's joining us tonight. Above this video, you will see the prompt to check in. So, grab your phone and use the text option on your computer to text the word NASH to 51555. Thank you. We are so happy you're here with us. For the last 35 years, we've been celebrating special individuals who we call pioneers. Although last year we had to celebrate quietly due to the global pandemic, this year we want to give a shout out to all the individuals who have carried on the legacy of Dr. Bert Nash. Dr. Nash was a University of Kansas educational psychologist and community leader who was a lifelong advocate to the community's role in supporting the mental health of its citizens. Tonight is about leadership and the faces and the people that embody leadership at its finest. For the last 70 years, the Bert Nash Center has been a safe space for our community, and it has never been more apparent that our services are so critically fundamental to the health and wellness of Douglas County. Our theme this past year was Here for You, and the Bert Nash Center team stood strong and continues to hold steady during these unprecedented and uncertain times. I couldn't be more thankful to the Bert Nash Center team members. They were curious and creative in finding solutions to the new challenges. Over the past year, we've shared our struggles, successes, and stories of our clients who have shown their own resiliency through one of the most difficult years many of us have faced. If you did pick up a meal from Maselli's, you should have received our 2020 annual report. If not, you can locate the annual report on the event page, down below, or you can contact us and we will send you a physical copy. Our annual report tells our story, and it illustrates how, because of you, we are here for so many children, families, and adults. During our Discover Bert Nash tours, I talk about the ripple effect of mental health and how it impacts not only the person who is experiencing a mental health challenge, but it also impacts their family members, co-workers, and everyday relationships. And although we serve close to 5,000 Douglas County residents every year, in one way or another, we are impacting the lives of tens of thousands of individuals who are connected to those clients we are so honored to serve. To ensure that access to quality mental health services remain available, our community members, including you, showed us an incredible amount of generosity in 2020. We received over $400,000 in private contributions. We held our first ever virtual fundraiser in October, and it alone raised over $143,000. These funds provide direct support to programs like RAP, supportive housing, mental health first aid, and many other outreach programs. Our Celebrate Bert Nash Society continues to build a strong foundation for expanding our programs and providing stable future for the Bert Nash Center. Since 2012, our society has included over 115 donors who have pledged at least $1,000 a year for 5 years toward our ongoing operations. As of today, pledges from these society members have amounted to over $1.7 million. I truly wish we could be in a room to applaud those who have shown such kindness and generosity, so please take a moment at home to cheer with me. Most importantly, we are grateful for all of you and the other supporters who make it possible for us to respond to needs, restore lives, and build a healthy community. That's what this evening is about. Celebrating and recognizing the strength our community has shown us and honoring the legacy of our namesake, Dr. Bert Nash. It's now my distinct pleasure to introduce Tina Rosenthal, Governing Board Chair, who will kick off our evening by acknowledging our Governing Board of Directors. Enjoy the program.
Thank you, Patrick. Hi, I'm Tina Rosenthal, Chair of the Governing Board of Directors. I'm excited to be here tonight, and I'm excited you've joined us too. I support Bert Nash because I want to help break the stigma associated with mental health. Bert Nash has served so many in our community well, and I want to ensure that they will be able to continue the good work they do in our community. It's my pleasure to recognize the governing board members who served the center in 2020. This group helped contribute to the success of the Bert Nash Center through their careful guidance and ongoing support of the mission. It was a year I do not think any of us could have imagined, but our board continually proved to be an invaluable resource to the center. I want to personally thank every member for both your ideas and critical input that have enabled them to continue servicing the people of Douglas County. You can see here on the screen the full listing of the board of directors. The listing is also available on the event page and in the annual report. It's my honor this evening to recognize one outgoing board member, Martha Gage. Martha joined our board in 2018. Her enthusiasm and passion for mental health has led the governing board to look beyond the typical governance of the center, but to dive deep into the mission of responding to needs, restoring lives, and building a healthy community. She has been an avid ambassador and a Building Bert Nash team member, and although she is stepping off the governing board, she and her husband Ralph will continue the efforts to sustain Bert Nash into the future. Martha, it is my great honor to recognize you this evening. Please accept this token of appreciation from the Bert Nash Center. Congratulations.
Thank you. Bert Nash Community Mental Health Center has served our community for over 70 years. I was pleased to join the governing board of Bert Nash because I wanted to support a continuation of the positive contributions that Bert Nash is making in responding to needs, restoring lives, and building a healthy community in Douglas County. I have been pleased to watch as Bert Nash has continued to reach out with treatment options to anyone struggling with mental health issues. A huge step forward was the construction of the transition home and the cottages, and to see the positive influence of the RAP program in most of our schools. The mission of Bert Nash is being met each day, and I encourage everyone to learn more about mental health issues by taking a Discovering Bert Nash tour or participating in the Mental Health First Aid Program.
Thank you, Martha. Hi, I'm Jeree Catlin, Chair of the Endowment Board of Trustees. I've been involved with Bert Nash Center for many years, and the more I continue to learn about Bert Nash, the more I understand how critical it is to educate our community about their services. The Endowment Board of Trustees was created in 1992 as a separate entity from the governing board in order to serve as the fundraising and fund management arm of the endowment fund. Our goal is always to provide an opportunity for individuals to demonstrate advocacy and financial support to ensure that Bert Nash fulfills its mission to respond to Douglas County's evolving needs and changing environment. I am honored this evening to recognize my fellow trustees who served the center in 2020. You can see the full listing on this video, below on the event page, or in the annual report. Thank you, everyone, for your great service and outstanding leadership. Tonight, however, we are going to recognize two outstanding trustees and outgoing trustees, Amy Northrup and Anna Oliver. Amy joined our board in 2019. Her commitment to addressing mental health in our community has truly made an impact. Amy's thoughtful approach to whole person care and helping us educate more community members to learn about Bert Nash has shaped the community, the center's sustainable funding. We are fortunate to have had Amy's expertise and her partnership with LMH Health, and we look forward to our continued collaboration. Amy, please accept this token of appreciation for your time on the board. Congratulations.
Thanks, Jerry. Thank you, Bert Nash, for the opportunity to be a part of this great organization and the Foundation Board. My sincere admiration to every devoted team member, dedicated to the ideal that we can help each person we work with learn more about what is right within themselves than what they feel may be wrong. That through therapy, love, and grace, we can share that asking for help takes an amazing amount of strength and courage, and that no one is ever defined by their illness. I'll continue to share the story of hope that is Bert Nash because it means so much to me, my family, and our community. Thank you.
Our next outgoing trustee is Anna Oliver. Anna joined the board only last year, but her time with Bert Nash exceeds her time on the board by far. She began her longtime volunteer role with the center in 2014 as an ambassador. Anna has brought well over 50 community members to our Discover Bert Nash tours, and her energy and passion for mental health has fueled advocacy in many others. Anna truly exemplifies the Bert Nash spirit, and we are grateful for her contributions, both as a trustee and a supporter. Anna, we are excited for your move to Denver, but we will definitely miss you and your support for Bert Nash. Please accept this token of appreciation from the Bert Nash Center. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jeree. I have been volunteering for Bert Nash for over 6 years. During that time, I have been ambassador volunteer, an ambassador manager, a pipeline committee member, and served on the endowment board. When I started volunteering for Bert Nash, I was excited to advocate for them, which involved inviting people to come to the center and learn about their services. It gave me the ability to reach to so many people and share the importance of mental health. But it was more than about bringing people to Bert Nash. It was about normalizing the conversations around mental health and letting them know that it was okay to ask for help. After hearing so many success stories, it inspired me to get help with the personal struggles that I was dealing with. I love being a voice for mental health and for this organization, an organization that is so dedicated to providing services to this community. Bert Nash is truly here for you.
Thank you, Anna. We will definitely miss working alongside you and Amy. I now want to introduce Carly Santry, who is a Bert Nash Center Peer Support Fellow. Carly will share with us her experience with mental health and how she found her passion for helping others.
Most people that know me know that I love to help people, but most of them still don't understand why. Being an adopted individual, a good amount of the start of my life was predetermined. My adopted parents had an amazing life to offer me, filled with promise and opportunities for success, the opposite of what my life could have been had they not adopted me. I grew up grateful that there really were people who wanted to love me, but at the same time was still fighting the thoughts in my head telling me that there was still somebody who didn't want me. And that person happened to be the only person with all the answers to my questions. I grew up constantly fearing the loss of my family members. Being so young and knowing that they were all I had in this world was anxiety-inducing, leading me to develop intense separation anxiety, while at about the same time I was also diagnosed with ADHD. Constantly monitoring my own behaviors and emotions sparked curiosity inside my mind, even at a young age. I wanted to understand why I was feeling the way I was, but no matter how many people I asked, nobody had the right answer. Because of my adoption, the knowledge I had of my family health history, let alone my family history at all, was and still is completely non-existent. I was left feeling like any sense of self I had was not a product of myself, but instead a product of what I'd let my environment mold me into. I let this mindset carry out through almost my entire adolescence, allowing my peers, mentors, family members, and pretty much everybody else influence the way I thought of myself, not just on the outside, but also my thoughts and actions. Growing up in a predominantly white and privileged community, I stuck out everywhere I went, so much so that I would go to bed and wake up every morning wishing I could just be like everybody else, thinking maybe I would enjoy my life more that way. No matter how hard I tried, my environment made sure that I stood out from everybody else, to the point where I even allowed people to refer to me any way they wanted, even if that meant bullying me for straying away from the white norms in our community or referring to me as a racial slur. I thought this was just normal because there was no one in my life to tell me otherwise. As I continued to grow through adolescence, I became more anxious and depressed than ever. Trying to grow up and stabilize my sense of self was one of the most difficult obstacles to overcome. The time I spent alone from my peers was used to dwell and beat myself up for feeling like I was not good enough to ever deserve a happy life that I thought everybody else had. It took me 18 years to understand that my identity was not for those around me to decide. For the first time, I was able to recognize that my identity was for me to solidify. But doing this had to be done on my own, which was my biggest fear since I'd constantly been so reliant on the people around me for so long. Taking that first step to being independent was the most difficult but empowering stage of my life that I would never take back. When I first learned about the peer support job at Bert Nash, I was instantly intrigued. My past struggles with mental health have continuously fueled me with the energy and desire to help people who are experiencing similar struggles. It's extremely important to me to be able to let those around me know that they aren't going through life alone. I can think back to so many times I just wish I had a friend to listen to me like our peers do for our patients. Through this position, I knew I would be able to help erase the stigma around mental health by sharing my lived experience with other community members in crisis. And I think that's the most powerful part about the work we do. The most special part about my experience as a peer support specialist at Bert Nash would be not only how it's benefited other community members, but how it's also significantly benefited my own progress in my own mental health journey.
Hello, my name is Linda Robinson, and I served on the Bert Nash Endowment Board of Trustees for 9 years. It was my honor to receive the Lynn Smith Award last year, and it is my honor today to present the Lynn Smith Award for Distinguished Service to this year's recipient. This award is in honor of Dr. Linwood Smith, who was an active leader in the Lawrence community and who served on the Bert Nash Governing Board of Directors from 1997 until his passing in 2002. This award was created to formally distinguish and honor those individuals whose service to the community has been exceptional in the capacity of director or trustee for the Bert Nash Center. Our recipient this year is Ken McGovern. Ken was appointed to the Governing Board of Directors by the Douglas County Commission shortly after he was elected sheriff. He served on the board from 2007 to 2020 and was chair between 2011 and 2012. While serving as sheriff, Ken sought resources to develop supports for the mental health needs of our first responders. He was instrumental in creating a peer support group within the Sheriff's Department and helped start a first responder assistance coordinator position made up of chaplains within our community. Ken's leadership to incorporate the Bert Nash Center into the law enforcement training has equipped officers with skills for intervening with people who are experiencing a mental health crisis. In addition, Ken championed the efforts to address the mental health needs at the Douglas County Jail. The Sheriff's Office and the Bert Nash Center began a partnership in the early 2000s to create ways to provide mental health treatment and resources to inmates and find solutions to help transition individuals back out into the community to live safe and healthier lives. Ken accomplished many things during his time in office and on the Governing Board of Directors. One accomplishment that particularly stands out to me and many others is the conversation that Ken started around the need for a crisis intervention center. That conversation became a visionary dream, and now it is a reality. It is the new Treatment and Recovery Center. Ken, you truly have had an exceptional tenure on the Bert Nash Governing Board, and you have left an enduring mark on our entire community. On behalf of Bert Nash and all of Douglas County, it is my honor to recognize you with the 2021 Lynn Smith Award for Distinguished Service. Congratulations, Ken.
Thank you very much. It's been a great honor to be called and told that I was given this Lynn Smith Award. I'm humbled by it. We did a lot of great things with a lot of great people as board members, but also great staff. And it's been an honor to be recognized with others that have received it prior to me. Thank you very much.
We have all heard the year 2020 described as a challenging time, unprecedented and unlike anything we've ever experienced in our lifetimes. And those were some of the kinder descriptors. In December, the Washington Post conducted a survey asking readers to sum up the previous year in just one word. Their responses consisted of such words as chaotic, surreal, exhausted, and lost. Nevertheless, as an agency with a mission to respond to and support the mental health needs of our community, we continued to carry out the great work we have always done, all while experiencing our own fears, anxieties, and uncertainties about something none of us has ever had to navigate before. I think we can agree that our work has been made more challenging during this time. In fact, there have probably been moments when all the obstacles we faced may have made things seem downright impossible. For this year's Spirit Award winner, however, impossible is not in their vocabulary. They are known for their dedication to their clients, their fearless advocacy for others, and their determination to give a voice to those who might otherwise go unheard. In addition, this individual demonstrates a strong spirit of collaboration and cooperation, steadfastly searching for solutions, even when the solutions were hard to find. While our winner is human, just like the rest of us, and not impervious to the roller coaster of emotions we have all experienced this past year, this individual has shown exceptional perseverance and determination in the face of obstacles and has never stopped working to transform the seemingly impossible into the achievable. In addition to their never give up attitude, this year's Sandra Shaw Spirit Award winner is a loving parent, a devoted spouse, and a fervent lover of all creatures, great and small. They have a fun and funky fashion sense, an award-winning smile, and a sprightly energy that has earned them the nickname of Tinkerbell from one of their clients. I have had the great fortune over the past several years to supervise 2 teams of amazing case managers. Today, I'm honored to present this award to one of them. Please join me in congratulating this year's Sandra Shaw Spirit Award winner, Mindy Downs.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much. There are not even words. I am surrounded by accomplished case management teams and people and staff, and this is a huge award, and I so appreciate it. I was uncertain about what the content should be of my speech because speeches are not at all what I am good at, but I got to thinking that what would be most appropriate would be to talk about what case management means to me, and sort of what my case management experience has been. So to me, it's been an opportunity to be a teacher, a friend, a cheerleader, a personal trainer, an advocate, and a defender when the world threatens to take away all that matters. My job is a privilege. It is positive and negative. I am blessed with being allowed into the lives of the people that I am serving. I earn their trust, I earn their respect, and along with that is being a part of the positive challenge of empathizing with their pain of lost childhood, loss of sanity, and loss of physical health. My collaborative goal for the adults that I work with is to teach them how to live a life worth living, embracing self-care and being empowered to be the change that they want to see in their own lives, as well as others. It takes compassion and patience to teach people how to believe in themselves, especially when they have never experienced what it means to believe in themselves. Baby steps are celebrations. Choosing life is a celebration. Then came COVID. Goals to decrease social isolation, improve interpersonal communication, practice social skills are dramatically changed. Now the focus is social isolation, social distancing, and learning how to communicate with people wearing masks when we cannot gauge facial expressions and communication is muffled. The COVID case management chapter has just begun. In conclusion, I am so grateful for the professional and personal opportunities that Bert Nash has provided for me. I have been a part of this agency for almost 15 years as of this year. I have fantastic coworkers and so value my team. Without my team, there would not be me. Without my team, there would be no case management. Without my team leader, there would be no case management. This award affirms all the hard work that I have put into it as well as everybody else. And so I so appreciate everything that I have been afforded. Yay, team.
I am inspired by our team. Congratulations again, Mindy, and thank you for the incredible work you do for the center and for the people we serve. Every year since 1986, the Bert Nash Center has taken this opportunity to recognize individuals in the community whose contributions, work, and compassion has helped us serve our clients. The award reminds us that local leaders and citizens play an important role in the delivery of community mental health services at the local level. The individual we honor tonight and our other past winners have generously shared their vision and leadership with our team, stakeholders, community partners, and citizens of Douglas County. Their efforts and achievements have helped secure accessible, comprehensive mental health services for all. This year, we are pleased to recognize Shannon Oury for her tremendous work around the issues of housing, homelessness, and the strong connection of these issues to mental illness. She has been a longtime supporter of mental health services, and in particular, this past year with the construction of the cottages, she clearly exemplified the Pioneer Award criteria. Several years ago, Shannon approached Dave Johnson, our former CEO, and talked to him about her vision for the use of the land and how putting houses on it would provide better support and accessibility for services for our most vulnerable neighbors. It's been a privilege to be a part of the collaborative project for this portion of the treatment and recovery campus. So, please join me in recognizing Shannon as this year's Pioneer Awardee. And now, let's hear from Shannon herself. Congratulations.
Thank you. It is a great honor to receive this award. There is nothing more important than a safe, secure home to create a fulfilling and healthy life. It is harder to achieve for individuals who live with a mental health condition. The lack of a safe and affordable home is one of the most powerful barriers to recovery. When this basic need is not met, people can cycle in and out of homelessness, shelters, hospitals, and jail. It is shattering for the individual, the family, and the community. But this does not have to be the outcome. Rather, as a community, we can provide housing that maximizes function and minimizes barriers so that these members of our community can live in a house with the appropriate supports so they can create a home. I've had the opportunity to work in collaboration with Bert Nash, Douglas County, and the Behavioral Health Coalition to develop the treatment and recovery campus and to build the cottages. These 10 units will provide safe, stable homes for community members who suffer from serious, persistent mental illness. We are working together to create a community at the campus. The Housing Authority has provided affordable housing for over 50 years for members of our community who need help maintaining housing, but it would not be possible without Bert Nash to provide the services that these community members need. Honestly, none of us has been able to create a home by ourselves. It took our family, a teacher, a coach, or a therapist to help us acquire the skills we needed to make our houses our homes. One size does not fit all, and the beauty of this partnership of Bert Nash and the Housing Authority is that we are identifying what will work for our joint clients and figuring out how to make that happen. Together, we serve 98 mutual clients through supportive housing, rental assistance, and case management. I am very privileged to be able to do this rewarding work, and I want to thank my daughters for supporting me in this work, and my mom and grandmother for telling me I could do anything I wanted to do. I also want to thank my colleagues at Bert Nash, the Bert Nash Board, the Housing Authority Board of Commissioners, and the employees of the Housing Authority for doing this work with me. Helen Keller famously said, "Alone we can do so little, and together we can do so much." It is very gratifying to see this project come to fruition, to be recognized for this work, to celebrate that we have done so much, and to publicly commit that we will do more. Thank you. I'm so honored to receive this award.
Thank you to all the awardees, this past year's board members, to Carly, and all who have contributed their time, talent, and stories toward making tonight's event so remarkable. I want to end our program tonight with expressions of gratitude and hope. This year holds the promise of new beginnings. Our new transitional housing program, Transitions, opened in March, while construction of the Crisis Intervention Center should be completed in early 2022. Just as important, people continue to receive the COVID-19 vaccine, so hopefully it won't be too long before we can once again gather with family, friends, and as a Bert Nash Center team. I'm excited about our future. I want to celebrate the center staff, the people we are privileged to serve, our community partners, and all our Bert Nash Center supporters. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Good night.